Hello and welcome back to the channel. Apologies, I know, I did say that I wasn't going to have another 2-week break. However, I ordered a laptop specifically to get this work done, and the laptop hasn't come, and it also doesn't seem like it's coming anytime soon. So, I've got to press on, I've got to do this work, and unfortunately that means we're doing it through my phone, which means the audio probably isn't the best. But let's push on, and today I'm going to talk to you about something that I am very, very passionate about. And do not worry, it is not a crypto scheme. That would be appalling. I want to tell you about the creation of a movie that I have very mixed feelings about. On one side, I can't deny its brilliance. On the other, a story of deception that almost ruined a career. This is the real story behind The Nightmare Before Christmas. I'd like to start this video off with a simple question. Who directed The Nightmare Before Christmas? If you were to say Tim Burton, then I'm afraid you need to sit yourself down in front of a mirror and have a long, hard look at yourself. For you have fallen for a devious trick. A trick that has impacted a man's entire career. The Nightmare Before Christmas was and still is a cult classic that has burnt into every emo girl's personality. Do emo still exist? A question for another day. We all relate The Nightmare Before Christmas to one individual. That, of course, is Tim Burton. I mean, his name's in the title of the film. Tim Burton, of course, is famous for a whole host of classics, such like Man with Scissors for Hands and Johnny Depp. Burton did conceptualise The Nightmare Before Christmas through a poem that he wrote during his time at Disney. With Burton gaining some success from his ventures directing, he decided to pitch his poem to Disney in hope of turning it into a feature film. Disney, of course, being super family friendly, weren't too keen on the idea, as it seemed the concept of a skeleton ruining Christmas was too scary for kids. However, the idea was interesting enough for them to want to be a part of it, so it was decided to be released through Touchstone Pictures, a production company owned and founded by Disney. This was, of course, before they owned all of film and TV. So the movie was put into production. However, in this period, Burton was hired to direct Batman, released in 1989. He did supply the team with some concept art with the characters, but the movie as a whole was scriptless. All they had was Burton's poem and some pictures to create a feature-length movie. Luckily for Burton, he had the best man for the job in director Henry Selick. Selick is an American animator who actually came up alongside Burton at the California Institute of Arts. He worked as an in-between artist at Walt Disney Studios on the movie Pete's Dragon. An in-between artist is basically where an animator will draw the final frames for a movement, and an in-between artist will come in and draw the frames that connect those frames, creating a flowing movement. I'm not sure if I've explained that well, it sounds right in my head, but we'll have a discussion in the comments afterwards. Later, Selick was hired as a full animator, debuting on The Fox and the Hound, another absolute banger of a movie. The Nightmare Before Christmas would be Selick's directorial debut. Selick was an extremely meticulous individual with great talent. He and his team spent months storyboarding and fleshing out the final script, which added many characters that weren't in the original poem. Imagine A Nightmare Before Christmas without Sally and Dr. Finkelstein. Or even more insane, imagine it without Oogie Boogie. Just doesn't seem right. The animation process took over 3 years with 120 animators hired for the job. They created thousands of puppets and over 20 sound stages worth of sets. It was a legitimate tiny world. They hired Danny Elfman to create the soundtrack, and what a soundtrack. The movie was coming together. However, Disney wanted to boost the movie in some way, and thought by adding Tim Burton's name to the title of the movie, it would add to the popularity of the movie. This decision was extremely harsh, as it overshadowed all of the hard work Selick had put into the movie, and add that to the insane fact that Burton had only been on set for 10 occasions over the entire 3.5-year production. It was a true knife in the back for Selick, and his career was halted due to this. Disney did seem to offer him an olive branch with James and the Giant Peach, although this wasn't much of a career boost either, as the marketing campaign continuously stated it was directed by the same person as The Nightmare Before Christmas, which everyone actually thought was Tim Burton, so that was great. By the way, both of these movies are pretty critically acclaimed, with The Nightmare Before Christmas having a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes and James and the Giant Peach having a 91%. This should have been a turning point in Selick's career. Offers should have been flying at him thick and fast, but they weren't. He was completely overshadowed by Tim Burton. Selick did eventually come back to direct 2001's Monkey Bone. We don't talk about Monkey Bone. Let's just say it didn't help boost Selick's career. But hey, they probably didn't realise it was him anyway. Selick then went quiet for a while, but then he clapped back with an absolutely incredible movie, Coraline. Coraline was artistically brilliant and really showcased Selick at his best. However, even with their best efforts, some people still think that Coraline is a Tim Burton movie. Thankfully, far less than any of Selleck's other ventures, but we've still yet to see Selleck's name really hit the heights Burton's name did. Maybe it's the recurring reminder of the overshadowing, maybe Selleck has just been unlucky. Whatever it is, I often think what might have been if Selleck had gotten the credit he deserved with A Nightmare Before Christmas. Would it have been a similar story, or would the world have been hit with Selleck fever? We'll never know. You can actually see Selleck's work over on Netflix right now with a film called Wendell and Wild starring Key and Peele. I haven't actually watched it yet, but I am going to watch it at some point, and we will do a review on the channel and have a little bit of a full circle moment. But when it comes to animators and it comes to directing animation, I think Henry Selick is possibly the best, if not one of the best. And I just wanted to highlight his name today and really just sort of change people's opinions on The Nightmare Before Christmas and give the credit to the right person. Tim Burton is a brilliant director and a very good character creator, but I think having Henry Selick on this movie really is what made it what it is. So fingers crossed Henry Selick gets a little bit more recognition, and then I can say that my job here is done. But other than that, I want to thank you guys for joining me today. I appreciate you all. If you like the video, of course, like the video and subscribe if you like this sort of content. I promise you, everything is en route, everything is happening, and I appreciate you all. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!
If you enjoyed that video, why not subscribe?
If you enjoyed that video, why not subscribe? It'll help me and Natty continue to do the work that we're doing, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. Thanks!